Hello everybody. Today we're going on an adventure to a place that is just bursting with stories, flavors, and incredible sights. We're talking about China. Officially it's called the People's Republic of China, and its capital city is the amazing Beijing. You might have heard people speaking Mandarin, which is the official language here. What's so cool is that China is one of the world's oldest civilizations. Imagine, a story that has been going on for thousands and thousands of years. It's a place where ancient temples stand near sparkling new skyscrapers. It's a country so big and so full of life, you can feel the energy as soon as you arrive. I think we're going to find some pretty amazing things to eat here, don't you? Now let's talk about how huge this country is. China is massive, my friends. It's the third largest country in the world by land area, which means there is so much to see and explore. It shares a border with 14 different countries, more than any other nation. Think about all the different neighbors and cultures right next door, from the chilly borders with Russia and Mongolia in the north to the warm tropical frontiers with Vietnam and Laos in the south. The landscapes are constantly changing. This variety is what makes traveling through China feel like you're visiting many different countries, all rolled into one incredible package. Every region has its own unique personality and charm. The geography here is just breathtaking. You have some of the tallest mountains in the world, including parts of the majestic Himalayas. These towering peaks look like they're touching the sky, covered in snow and mystery. But it's not all mountains. China also has vast deserts, like the Gobi Desert, where endless sand dunes stretch out as far as the eye can see. Then there are lush forests, rolling green hills, and a long, beautiful coastline along the Pacific Ocean. This incredible mix of landscapes means you can go from feeling like you're on top of the world to walking along a sandy beach, all within the same country. It's a feast for the eyes everywhere you look. And we can't talk about China's geography without mentioning its mighty rivers. Two of the most famous are the Yangtze River and the Yellow River. These rivers are like the lifeblood of the country. For centuries, they have watered the farmlands, helping to grow the food that feeds millions of people. They have also been superhighways for boats, connecting different parts of this vast nation long before there were trains or planes. These rivers have witnessed so much history unfold along their banks. They have seen empires rise and fall, and they continue to be a central part of life in China today, flowing through bustling cities and peaceful countryside alike. Let's talk about the people, because that's where you find the real heart of a country. China has the largest population in the world. Can you believe it? Over 1.4 billion people call this place home. That's a lot of new friends to make, and a lot of wonderful families sharing their stories. The majority of people belong to the Han ethnic group, which has shaped much of the culture we see today. But what's really fascinating is that China is also home to 55 other officially recognized ethnic groups. Each of these minority groups has its own unique traditions, languages, clothing, and most importantly, its own delicious food. It's a beautiful mosaic of different cultures living together. The history of China is like an epic novel that you just can't put down. It's one of the longest continuous histories of any country in the world. We're talking about more than 3,500 years of written history. It all started with ancient dynasties, which were like ruling families that stayed in power for generations. The first one we know a lot about was the Shang dynasty. They were incredible artists, known for their beautiful bronze creations. Following them came many others, each leaving its own special mark on the country. It's like every era added a new, exciting chapter to China's incredible story, building the foundations of the nation we see today. Some of these dynasties became legendary. Have you ever heard of the Qin dynasty? Its first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, was the one who started connecting walls to create the Great Wall of China. He also left behind the incredible Terracotta Army. Then there was the Han dynasty, a golden age of science and art when things like paper were invented. Later, the Tang dynasty was a time of great poetry and cultural exchange with the world. And we can't forget the Ming dynasty, famous for its stunning porcelain vases and for building the Forbidden City in Beijing. Each dynasty contributed something amazing to China's legacy, from philosophy to technology to art. This long river of history has shaped everything. Important events, like the opening of the Silk Road, connected China with Europe and the Middle East centuries ago. It was a famous trade route where silk, spices, and fantastic ideas were exchanged between different cultures. This shows that China has always been a global player, sharing its inventions and culture with the rest of the world. The country has gone through so many changes, from imperial dynasties to the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949. Understanding this rich past helps us appreciate the dynamic and modern country that stands so proudly in the 21st century. Okay, let's get to one of my favorite topics, the cities. China's cities are electric. First up is Beijing, the capital. It's the heart of culture and history, where you can walk through the ancient Forbidden City in the morning and see a modern art show in the afternoon. Then, you have Shanghai, a dazzling city of the future. Its skyline is famous for its futuristic towers, and the whole city buzzes with fashion, finance, and international flair. It feels like you've stepped right into a science fiction movie, but with much better dumplings. These cities are where the old and the new come together in the most exciting way. Next on our tour is Xi'an, the ancient capital where the Silk Road began. This is where you'll find the incredible Terracotta Army, an entire army of life-size clay soldiers built to protect an emperor in the afterlife. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Then, let's head south to Guilin, a city famous for its unbelievable natural beauty. Picture yourself floating down a river surrounded by giant, rounded limestone hills that look like they're straight out of a painting. Finally, there's Hong Kong, a vibrant, bustling port city with a unique blend of British and Chinese cultures. The energy, the markets, and the skyline over Victoria Harbor are just unforgettable. Now, for the soul of the country, its culture. Chinese culture is deeply influenced by ancient philosophies like Confucianism, which teaches respect for family and elders, and Taoism, which focuses on living in harmony with nature. These ideas are woven into the fabric of daily life. You also see it in the wonderful festivals. Chinese New Year, also known as the Spring Festival, is the biggest celebration of all. Families gather for huge feasts, houses are decorated in red for good luck, and the sky lights up with fireworks and dragon dances. There's also the Mid-Autumn Festival, where people share delicious mooncakes under the full moon. And you know what that brings us to? The food. Oh, the food in China is a universe of its own. It's so much more than what you might have tried at home. Each region has its own special style of cooking. In Sichuan province, they love bold, spicy flavors that make your mouth tingle, thanks to the famous Sichuan peppercorn. In Canton in the south, they make delicate dim sum, little steamed buns and dumplings that are like edible works of art. And in Beijing, you have to try the famous Peking duck with its crispy skin and tender meat. Food is all about sharing, family, and joy here. It's my kind of place. You can't talk about China without picturing its iconic landmarks. These aren't just tourist spots, they are symbols of the country's spirit and history. The most famous of all is, of course, the Great Wall of China. It's not just one wall but a massive network of fortifications, stretching for thousands of miles. Standing on it, you can't help but feel the immense human effort it took to build. It was built to protect the country, and today it stands as a powerful symbol of China's strength and endurance. It's one of those places that is even more amazing in person than it is in pictures, I promise you. Another must-see landmark is the Forbidden City in Beijing. For 500 years it was the palace for emperors and the center of Chinese government. Ordinary people were forbidden from entering, which is how it got its name. Today we can all walk through its grand halls and peaceful courtyards, imagining what life was like for the royals who lived there. Then there is the amazing Terracotta Army in Xi'an. Thousands of unique, life-sized soldier statues, buried for centuries. Finding them was one of the greatest archaeological discoveries ever. Each soldier has a different face. It's an incredible tribute to an emperor's vision of the afterlife. Let's not forget the natural landmarks either. The Li River in Guilin is a place of serene beauty. Drifting on a bamboo raft past those magical karst mountains is like floating through a dream. It's so picturesque that it's even featured on the Chinese 20 yuan banknote. And in the province of Sichuan, you'll find the giant panda sanctuaries. These gentle giants are a national treasure, and seeing them munching happily on bamboo in their natural habitat is a truly heartwarming experience. These places remind us of the deep connection between Chinese culture and the natural world, a harmony that has been cherished for centuries. Finally, while China cherishes its past, it is racing towards the future. The country is a global leader in technology and innovation. High-speed bullet trains connect major cities in just a few hours, making it easier than ever to explore this vast land. Chinese companies like Huawei and Alibaba are household names around the world, pushing the boundaries of e-commerce and communication. Cities are growing taller and smarter, with a focus on green energy and modern living. It's this incredible blend of ancient wisdom and futuristic ambition that makes China one of the most dynamic and fascinating places on Earth. It's a country that honors its deep roots while reaching for the stars. I can't wait to go back.